Oh,
Hi, my name is Whitney Miller, and my two disciplines are nutrition and biology. To introduce myself a little, I am a IDS 402 student. I graduate in May. Yay! I actually won a reality cooking show on Fox last summer called Master Chef, which, as you'll see, my nutrition plays a lot into how it helped me on this show. I love cooking nutritiously, and so cooking and nutrition plays hand in hand with nutrition as being my discipline. Um, Nutrition I was interested in because of the fact that I was an athlete throughout high school and also my first 2 years of college. I played tennis, and as I said, I love cooking nutritious foods. Biology plays a part because a lot of the courses that I took with my nutrition classes were like anatomy and physiology, and it has to do with the body. And in my research, it has to do with how the body is affected through diet and also the environment. My research question for my research project was, will a diet assist people with MG or other autoimmune diseases with their symptoms or completely put them into remission? And this research question is really important to me because MG, which is an autoimmune disease, affects my dad. He was recently diagnosed, and so I wanted to find an alternative treatment for him other than medication, and this is what my research is going to be discussed about today. Um, MG is an autoimmune disease, specifically chronic, that affects people who are diagnosed by either muscle weakness and fatigue. My dad experiences fatigue in his muscles, and the first sign of muscle weakness was in his eyes. He had drooping, and then the muscle weakness also affected him to be able to see double vision. The bad thing about the autoimmune disease MG is there is no cure. There are treatment options available. These treatments include medications such as Mestinon, which helps with muscle weakness. Other form medications are usually steroids, which are really bad because of the severe side effects. Such side effects could be diabetes or osteoporosis. The other treatment option, which I'm going to talk about, is diet, and it's an alternative treatment. In the China study, Campbell and Campbell said that, and yet, amazingly enough, some of these diseases, meaning autoimmune diseases, may be slowed or attenuated by diet. In the China study, it talks about vegetarian diet being something that can help people with an autoimmune disease. Not specifically MG, but autoimmune diseases. And with this vegetarian diet, cow's milk was found to be something that had a negative effect when it was paired with the absorption of vitamin D into your body. How this worked was cow's milk has calcium in it, of course, and the milk's acid-producing proteins prohibited the vitamin D from being activated into your kidneys. And vitamin D you get from the sun source. So if you're outside and you're drinking milk, this would not be a good thing because what it does is that calcium inhibits the vitamin D from being activated into your kidneys, which protects your body from developing an autoimmune disease. So don't drink milk while you are trying to absorb your vitamin D, because this will prohibit your body from being protected from developing an autoimmune disease. And this was also found by Campbell and Campbell. Another thing that can help with in the diet is vitamin B6. When you are stressed, this is a big trigger for people who have MG. When my dad gets stressed, he gets really fatigued. Well, something that can help with this is vitamin B6. And this can be found in food sources, specifically bananas and potatoes. And my dad actually eats 4 bananas a day when he takes his medication, Mestinon. He said it found that it helps with not making him feel sick. But this is really also good because bananas helps with stress. It actually has made him feel really good throughout the day. And I think I've seen firsthand through him that, bananas does help him with the stress because his body is reacting to it really well. Through my methods, I use the face-to-face interviews. And I was actually not able to do all in-person interviews because of the fact that MG is so rare. It was hard to find people that I could meet with them. I conducted 3 phone interviews, 1 interview through email, and then 1 in person, which was my dad. 2 of the 5 people I found through the interviews actually uses diet as a treatment for their MG. 2 of the people I found through the Alabama support group for MG, and 1 other one was a man named Gerald Vanderfield, and he's a friend of a family, and the email is Ella, and I found her through her blog. To gain information from the interviews, I came up with a list of questions. One of the questions was, what doctor-prescribed medications are you taking to treat your MG? I also asked them about, is diet an alternative treatment plan for you to treat your MG? And if so, what kind of diet plan are you on? Again, I said 2 of the 5 people are actually using diet as a treatment for their MG. All 3 of the phone interview people are not using diet as a treatment plan. They're either on Mestinon or Prednisone, which is a steroid. And Ella and my dad are using treatment of Mestinon and diet. Ella's diet, the woman from the email that I asked questions about, she is on an anti-Candida diet, which this consists of, she limits sugar, wheat, alcohol, and she also increases her fiber. She also doesn't consume cow's milk dairy products and pickled foods. She said these trigger yeast. And right now she is almost completely in remission because of following this diet and taking Mestinon. My dad is taking Mestinon and is on a specific diet of gluten-free and sugar-free. He lives a moderately normal life by following this diet and taking his medication. And he's found that if he cheats on his diet by eating something that he restricts, that he becomes more fatigued throughout the day. Stress, again, as I had said, is a trigger for someone who has MG. Like my dad, he found that if he eats bananas, it actually has helped him with his fatigue. Ella stays away from cow's milk. This, in my research, was found that it could actually help someone from developing an autoimmune disease. 2 of the 5 people that I interviewed have had positive results from using diet as a treatment for their MG. These results demonstrate that there can be good benefits from using diet as a treatment for MG. To conclude, through my research, I have found that diet can play a role in managing MG. Cow's milk can decrease a person's chance of developing an autoimmune disease. And 2 people that are using diet as a treatment plan are living moderately normal lives. From my research, there are no studies that specifically looks at diet as a treatment for MG. There are looking at autoimmune diseases, but not specifically MG. This might be why the other 3 people that I interviewed are not using diet as a form of a treatment plan. This may be because there's not enough information out there about this. More research should be conducted on diet as a treatment plan for MG. I think this is a very important research project, and I'm so ready to forward this research and tell other people with MG about this. Thank you.